Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC. I got a really special one from Remette, and it comes with a little bit of a surprise. All right, guys, we got the Remette RT-WK1-E in to check it out. How stinking cool is this? You have the full titanium handle, M390 blade that has been hollow ground with the belt finish, with the nice harpoon on it, then that swedge that goes all the way across the top, and the dual finish. So you have the hand satin finish on the flat part of the blade, and then you have the belt finish on the swedge and on the bevel of the blade. M390 again, titanium thumb studs, titanium handle, titanium clip, titanium, all kinds of great and wonderful things, a nestled liner, and everything about this blade. And that's all I gotta say. No, I'm just kidding. So I've had this for a couple days, thrown it in the pocket, and I'm able to give you guys just a little bit more information on this and to show you something really, really cool. So this is a disassembly knife is what they call it, because basically as you're looking at this knife, you're missing a couple things. Number one, you don't see any hardware. There's no hardware anywhere on this knife, not even on the clip. So there's no hardware. And when I first got this in, I wasn't really sure what was going on. And as you're looking over the knife, you're not really seeing anything except for right there. And when I first saw it, I thought this was an integral, but it's really not an integral. It's just a clamshelled handle. What do I mean by that? Well, I guess what I mean by that is that once I looked up how to do this, so there is this little button back here, and if you push down, it takes a little getting used to. Pull down, and then you can pull that back, and then you push this forward. So you can see I've moved that forward, so now it's unlocked. And basically what I'm going to do is I can take now this part of the handle and completely remove it, and that exposes you to all the hardware. So now you have this screw here, you have the pivot screw here. If I flip it over, we have the pivot screw, and we still don't have access to the clip. But I think once you start undoing that screw right there, that will open it up to where you could start taking things apart. Basically, you don't actually have to take the clip off to do anything, which is kind of good. You can probably, once you unscrew this, once you unscrew the pivot, you could probably take apart the entire knife. The only thing I would caution is be careful, because that blade is exposed. So the sharpened edge of that blade, once you take that off, is exposed. So you just be careful, please. If you're playing with this, just know you do have basically a sharpened edge sticking out of that blade. I mean, I guess you could open the knife too, and the knife actually still functions like that. So that's kind of interesting, that the blade will actually function the way that it is. But just know, once you take that clamshell part off, that you have an exposed edge there. And then to get it back on, I always struggled lining this thing up. You don't want to force it, or I feel like I don't want to force it, but you almost kind of have to force it to just line everything up to get it all back together. So but you got to line it up perfectly. Oh wait, there we go. So you push it all in. Okay, so let me show you guys what I just did. You can see right here, you have this area that has been milled out, and this area that has been milled out, and you see that little tab right there, and then this little tab here. So you just kind of you push that in where those two tabs are, and then you're just pushing that closed. Let me show that again, because I didn't get it on camera. So you got that, and then you're pushing it closed, and now you're locked in. So that locks back in. Now I can't get it off, and now the blade is completely locked in like it used to be, and the sharp edge is now going to get anybody. So really cool. That's the disassembly part of it. Really all you're doing is exposing the hardware so you can get at the screws. It's still being held together by screws, and it's not like some of the other blades where you don't need any tools to take it apart. You still need tools to take it apart, but it just kind of helps with the look of the blade where you don't have any hardware that is going to distract you from the beautiful milling and the titanium that is on this blade. The thumb studs are absolutely beautiful. I'm a sucker for a nice blue anodized thumb stud. The action is great on the cage ceramic bearings. They're done very well. You have that nice belt finish, hollow ground coming down to a pretty thin edge, and this thing is a beautiful cutter. So good. The action is so smooth, and Remette does such an amazing job with it. Access to the lock bar. Access to the lock bar is not bad. You have plenty of space to get your finger in this space. Even though there's no extra milling out to access that, you don't really need it. There's plenty of space to get your thumb in there. They did chamfer out that lock bar side right in here and on that side so that you can get your finger in, and there's plenty of access to that, and it's completely dropped shut. Very, very nice. You do have that nice choke up position, and the harpoon is placed perfectly with the jimping right there behind the harpoon, so you are locked in, ready to do any of the cuts. It's comfortable in the hand, and there's not many other great things that I can say about this knife. Very, very excellent blade. The price, let's talk a little bit about the price. It is right now on Remette's website as I'm looking at it. This is $355. So $355, you're getting this nice titanium frame, M390, all the nice bells and whistles that this thing has, and it's just a really, really good option from Remette. Let's talk about size. Let's talk a little bit about size. Overall, we're at just a little over 8 inches overall, so just like 8.07. Overall blade length is just under 3.5. They're saying 3.46, and I'm saying that's basically to the front of the scale right here. And then the actual sharpened length is just about exactly the same, because that front of that scale is almost lined up with that sharpened edge, just a little bit less, but there you go. And some size comparisons, that Remette versus the Rat 2, obviously, and the Elementum. This is going to be much larger than both of those put together. And then let's see, how about that versus the Para 3? Obviously, handle length, it's got a little bit more handle than the Para 3, and obviously much more blade than the Para 3. But wow, I am so blessed to be able to handle this thing. The clip is great. Nice milled clip, no issues with that, getting it in and out of the pocket. And overall, every day I was able to carry this, I enjoyed it. I wish I would have gotten a chance to use it more, but obviously this is a pass-around knife, and I'm not going to bash on a pass-around knife, but really, really great. You light switch that thing, the thumb studs are placed perfectly, and it's an awesome option from Remette. Remette is doing some really great things, and I am just blessed to be able to have this opportunity to check out this blade. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think of that clamshell? Is that useful? Is it not useful? Or is it just an extra perk to try to hide some of the hardware? Either way, they've done a really great job at it. So thank you guys so much. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. Again, the choice is always yours.